Hey guys, it's Dane with DynastyBreaks.com. It is the 20th of September 2020. We are busting a half case of very high-end Panini Mosaic football, a brand new product to the football lineup. Just came out this year. We're going to do this a little different. This is draft your team style. We're going to do this like a fantasy football draft. Everyone is going to get two teams. We're going to do this draft serpentine style, so it's going to go pick 1 all the way down to 16, and then we're going to work our way back up the board. 16 we'll pick back-to-back, and then go back up to 1. So if you get the first pick, you also get the last pick in the draft, and we're also going to juice it up a little. One free spot we left unsold is going to go to one of you guys. You'll get 2 extra teams. So let's, before we start randomizing for draft order, we will determine who gets that free spot. I'm going to roll the dice, see how many times we're going to randomize. Actually, and George, you've called both numbers right in both of our breaks tonight, so the pressure is on. Can you get the hat trick?
7.
7. If I roll a 7, someone's going to win $5 site credit in the break as well. You were so close
6.
to the hat trick. We've never had a hat trick. 6 times on the random. Let's determine our free spot winner and our draft order. After we determine the draft order, we will put 2 minutes on the clock. We'll let you guys trade picks if you want. You can trade 2 picks for 1. You can offer up some PayPal money plus your picks to move up the board. If we don't have any trades, or even if we do, then we'll get started. We'll pick our teams. And before we do the break, we'll take a 5-minute break, and you can, again, talk trade again after you have your teams. We have had people do some trading in these drafts, and it's your break, so you guys are welcome to do that. All right, here's our names. Neil Flo, down to Jamie. Copy those. Random.org. All right, we're going to mix them up, and this is only for the free spot. This is not for the draft order. The name on top after 6 gets a free spot in the break. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and
good luck.
Free spot going to Dale at the bar in Maine, way up in Maine at the bar. There you go, Dale. 6 times on the random. 2 extra teams for you, Dale. All right, Dale, where are you? We're going to copy your name. We're going to paste you under Jamie. Very exciting place to be. That's what I hear anyway. All right, there's your names. Now we're going to determine our draft order. We're going to take the full list. We're going to go 6 times for our draft order. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. We've got Brad Dave at the 1 spot, down to Jamie at the 16 spot. And remember, that will be back-to-back picks down there. 6 times on the random. All right, let me make sure I copied that. Brad Dave down to Jamie. So this will be our draft order. We will do about 2 minutes here and let you guys talk trade. If you want to move up the board, now's your time to do that before we start. But first, if someone doesn't show up to make their pick, what team do we give them? Well, we're going to have a list that we give you a team if you don't make your selection. If you get disconnected, if you leave. This is our emergency list. We're going to randomize for it 6 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. All right, we have the Chiefs down to the Giants. Chiefs down to the Giants, and this will be our no-show list. This is our no-show list if someone doesn't make their selection. 6 times on the random. I'll paste this here. George will eliminate these teams as you guys draft. As you guys make your picks, those will be deleted. If you don't make your pick, the top team remaining on the list will go to you. Guys, that's pretty much it. We're going to put a 2-minute timer up. If you guys want to trade, now's the time to do it. If you're watching this video, this is only the draft. If you want to watch us open the cards, and you're watching this recorded video later, look at the next video. That's when we open the cards. You're on the draft video only. So we'll be back 2 minutes. We'll turn down the sound. Be right back.
Thanks, Kyle. We appreciate that very much.
Kyle Ale. Nothing like a good ale.
Is that Calyx?
That would make sense.
It would make sense, wouldn't it?
Only if you're in the break, Mitchell. If you're in the break, you can make money part of your trade. Not if you're not in the break. That got too complicated, and we didn't have those people in our computer system showing that they were in the break at all. So we were having to manually type in addresses and stuff like that. It just got too tough.
Sad face. Sorry, buddy.
Sad face.
It got way out of hand. People were buying spots and then trying to get,
We'll be doing more Mosaic in the future, though, man. All right, Jamie, tell me if I'm wrong. You are offering up $200 and your 16 spot to move up to 1 or 2. So that looks like that's what Jamie's offer is. So that would be for Chuck or Brad. And we'll go 1 extra minute on trades because I do see you guys talking. So we'll go 1 extra minute. All right, Brad is passing on that. And Chuck, the offer is 200 and the 16 spot, which would be the 16th and 17th selection. And Jamie's offering 150 for spot 3. I don't know if that involves his spot as well. What we're going to do on the draft, guys, you're going to have a minute to make your picks. We are adding 15 additional seconds, so it'll be a minute and 15 seconds. That will make up for the 15-second video delay. When I speak, it takes you guys about 15 seconds to actually hear it. Our chat is live, up to date, but our video has a delay, as everybody does on YouTube. So a minute 15 will be on the clock for each pick. All right, Michael said no thanks. We are going to get started. 1 minute and 15 seconds on the clock. Brad, you are up, and I think you already gave us a hint what you're going to do. Brad is on the clock. Solid offers, Jamie. I must admit, solid offers. The Bungles, the Cincinnati Bungles, going to Brad at the 1 spot. Bengals off the board, George, and Chuck from McDonald's next up. What's going in your Happy Meal, Chucky?
Chuck McD says Miami. I see. Tell me.
Miami Dolphins. Just 1 second, guys. 1 second. All right, Miami Dolphins going Tua hunting. Sorry about that, guys. Michael K. next up at the 3 spot. What's your Burrow, Mitchell? Which is it a parallel? We got a purple the other day to 49. Yeah, we've got several Tuas out of all these breaks, actually. Oh, base auto. Cool.
Michael Kellogg.
Cam Newton running one in again. Good night. No, this is actually a new case. This is the first 6 boxes of a new case. Just opened it. Michael K. Last call. Michael K.
Woo!
Chiefs. Kansas City. We can get some good parallels for the Chiefs as well.
You guys keep my heart strong.
I don't know what that means. All right, Chad, as the crow flies. Chad on the clock.
They wait till the last minute. It scares me.
We will take a 5-minute break after you have your teams. You can still trade if you wish. At that point, we'll take 5 minutes before we open the case. Leaf Greatest Hits draft style up next. And then at the end of the night, guys, the Dynasty Vault. We will have the official Dynasty Vault announcement before we go off the air. We're about to start Volume 3 of the Vault. And we're going to give you exact date and time of when that's starting.
Chad is taking the Chargers, and Matt, yes, it did sell out.
All right, Chargers. Justin Herbert looking good today. Chad, there you go, man.
You think he punched him in the Tyrod in the chest?
He should. Kevin. Hopefully he's not in bed. Kevin, you're on the clock. Thanks, John Rob. I'm sure I don't want to see those after this week. George is not that far behind me now, even though he's not.
I'm not playing.
I know.
I couldn't. They have never sent my money back. We'll see what happens.
So, John Rob, do I get 1 for being last, or do I get 0?
Kevin BED says Green Bay.
Can't believe I forgot to put in a lineup. All right, Green Bay Packers. Kevin looking for a little love. Jordan love. Matt Dan, who's always looking for a little love, right, George?
Yep.
Matt Dan on the clock.
You know what? Now I realize I should have put a line. I should have played. If I'd known you weren't going to put a lineup in this week, then that gave me a chance to actually be ahead of you.
I was hoping it was like you get 40 points if you don't put a lineup in or something.
Matt Dan says Bucks.
Tampa Bay going hunting for a little Tommy. 2 things in life Matt Dan loves. A little Tommy and a little George. All right, next up, Neil and his heavy flow.
Matt Dan's a good guy.
The Vault is starting this week, and it is not exactly. It got a little twist to it. We're going to tell you about tonight before we go off the air, guys. Right after Leaf Greatest Hits is over, we will do a Vault announcement. Volume 3 is going to be fun and tasty.
We have a twist?
A lemon twist.
Okay.
It's a little different than what we told them the other night.
Okay. No, I'm not saying we don't. I'm just saying I don't.
It's a twist.
I'm not sure what you're talking about, but it's going to be fun.
30 seconds, Neil. The Washington Football Ensemble is going to Neil. I like your flow, Neil. If you're around Neil, you need to wear a rain jacket around his flow. All right, Tim P.O.R., our guy from Texas. What do you think, Tim?
Indy.
I like Indiana Jones.
It says INDI. I'm going to go with
Dr. Jones. All right, Tim, getting the Colts. Solid rookie class for Indy this year. Daniel from MIT. He's a smart guy. See what he does.
Hey, Neil, you've been putting up with that nonsense from Dane for a long time, hadn't you?
Neil's my guy. Not even your... Oh, Cam Newton just blew his nose onto the turf without a Kleenex.
Oh.
Just straight force.
Dan is up, and he's taking dim boys.
Straight force out of his nose. Need you to specify, Dan.
Just so there's no question about it.
We need it for the record.
Wow.
Yeah, Cam just blew his nose just like he runs in from the goal line. It was very strong.
The Cowboys. Thank you, sir. We all knew who you wanted, but...
All right, Dallas Cowboys going to Daniel. Texan drafting the Cowboys. There you go. Kevin, who lays in bed and does these drafts. Kevin, stop, messing with your robe and smoking your cigar and make your pick.
Kevin says Ravens.
The Baltimore Ravens. Baltimore.
Nevermore.
Baltimore. Is that... I need to do better on that.
That's who would I can't...
Hepburn.
Yes,
Katharine Hepburn.
That's what it sounds like, Katharine Hepburn.
Tim POR. Baltimore. I just love. Yeah. Also, the lady on the radio that retired on NPR. What was her name? She sounded like that. Drove me nuts. Liked her show, but
he got a lot of carries today, I think. Kyle, JK.
Baltimore. Oh, I'm Diane Rehm. That's who it is. Diane Rehm. Does anybody know who that is?
No.
I'm Diane Rehm.
Philly.
I feel like people are hitting mute right now. All right, Philadelphia Eagles. The Eaglets going to Tim. Tim has the Colts and Eagles. All right, Dale, back-to-back picks, so you will get double the time if you need it.
Tim, how you doing, buddy? I know Dane said something a minute ago, but I haven't spoken to you.
George usually doesn't speak to customers, Tim. Unless it's something vile or mean.
Yeah. Go back and look at all of our videos, and that'll certainly come out in all those videos.
He ain't got time for that.
I walked in here trying to be nice, and then, you get pounded on for a while. Eventually, it's just like...
You get what?
Pounded on. Pounded on. Pounded on.
Don't.
Dale is taking...
Bills and Vikings. We'll take the middle word out. Bills and Vikings. But we believe you. Let's get a Viking cry. All right, Neil, you're up again, man. Neil and his medium flow. What's up, Bob Levitating? We sure have, and we've been using your block quite a bit. As a matter of fact, I'm changing to the blue block right now. Just because you're here.
Wow, we got all these new names for these teams.
It's way better than the block John Rob made for us.
Neil is taking the Raiders.
Las Vegas. I still can't get used to that. The Las Vegas Raiders, who are going to open up in an empty stadium tomorrow night. That's weird.
That really is a shame. I mean, I realize that the Chargers and the Rams have done that.
You know what's cool about it?
Man,
I go to Vegas every year. I drove around the stadium a couple times. I cannot imagine trying to drive a car during a game, like get around there. It's going to be very nice.
It's going to make. If you're not going to a game, you probably need to stay put.
All right, Win, you're next. Yeah, that traffic there, people are just going to walk from the strip. It's going to be ridiculous.
Pretty good walk. But maybe.
It is.
Win, where are you, Win? Yep, it is.
What's up, Robert?
Wow, man, how are you?
I'm on the high-stress diet, Robert.
Wentz taking Locke by himself, or maybe Denver.
Denver Broncos. Denver Broncos and win. Good value there. That pretty far down for Denver. There you go, Jamie. Back-to-back picks, double the time if you need it.
I'm working on him, Matt. It's a long, long, slow process to undo all that stuff.
Look at Chase Winovich's hair. Is that Chase Winovich or Goldie Hawn?
Here.
Wasn't Chase Winovich married to Kurt Russell?
Were you worried, Win?
It's a good value, Win. Good pick. Mike is down 138 pounds.
No way, Mike.
What's left, man?
Well, we don't know.
Is there anything left?
Holy cow, man. Congrats, I suppose.
That's good.
That's a lot of pounds. You are too, Kyle? Exactly that same amount? Jamie, Pats and Steelers.
Congrats, Mike. Ooh, Jamie at the buzzer on the first pick and already put in both. So Pats and Steelers, Patriots, Steelers are the combo for Jamie.
That's crazy. Congrats, Mike.
Solid choices. Next up, Win has the Broncos in the first round.
That's what I think, C-Sim. It's exactly what I think.
Yeah, I don't think they've been doing it long enough.
They're not conditioned as well.
They're not prepared. Like George, not prepared. Right, George? Did you hear what I said?
Yes, you said they're not prepared like George.
Yeah. They're not prepared like you. I mean, you're prepared.
No, it depends on where you put the comma, sir.
I'll let you guess where I put the comma.
I wonder. All right, so Win. It's back on Win. Win.
$202, Mike. Very
Niners,
nice.
please.
49ers. And Broncos going to win. Neil, next up.
That takes a lot of willpower. No matter how you start that, it takes a lot of willpower. That's crazy.
I am at 185, and I have tried before to get to 175.
You don't need to be at 1.
No, I cannot do it. Like, if I don't eat, I don't go to 175.
Well, that's because you don't need. You're 6'2".
Yeah, but
so I'm thinking the 180 is probably right about the right weight for you.
I don't know what someone would do if I had to get to 175. What they would do to me, like remove my arm, maybe.
Neil Flo said Lions.
I'm going to just eat grass. All right, Detroit Lions. Not the kind of grass George eats, if you know what I mean. All right, Raiders and Lions for Neil. Dale, back-to-back.
Yeah, that's not good, C-Sim. Another knee just blew up. Uh-oh. Who's 27?
Defensive player.
Holy cow. Who's up? Dale says
Dale, the winner of the free spot, getting 4 selections instead of 2. So congrats, Dale. We usually don't do free spots in our fantasy drafts. Try to keep the price down a little since the price does go up with 2 spots. We generally only do drafts where you get 2 spots, guys. That way 32 people don't have to show up to the draft. That's awesome, Mike. Congratulations. You probably feel like $1 million. Last call, Dale. Dale, you do have a little extra time because you're on the clock next.
Rams and Cardinals.
Well, there you go. Rams and Arizona. That'll be Vikings and Rams, followed by the Bills and Cardinals. All
Thanks,
right.
Dale.
Tim, next up.
Thanks for strengthening my heart, sir. I appreciate that.
$160 for Dan. All right, we've got Tim on the clock. About 40 seconds. We have another draft style break coming up next, but it's draft your hits, not draft your teams. That'll be Leaf greatest hits, and then we have an announcement about the Dynasty Vault. Volume 3.
All you guys losing weight and looking good. We got Tim P.
Arizona.
Okay.
Tempe. All right, Tim.
I know Tim always put, there he is, Giants.
New York Giants at the buzzer for Tim. Has the Eagles and Giants, a little NFC East action. Ravens for Kevin. Kevin, you're on the clock.
That's good. Now that's some motivation there, Mike.
Are you talking about Georgia's?
He didn't say Georgia's.
He said your, and you were talking to you. Anyway, I'm going to leave that one alone.
Now, see, that's great. I mean,
Mike, you lost me. You lost me.
Hey, Bob went from 211 to 178. See, that's what I need to do. That's what I need to do. And I've done it before in my life. It's just really hard now. I quit smoking almost 5 years ago, and that really changed things. I have not been able to lose weight since then. Kevin. Is Kevin up? There you go. Well, he wants the Saints.
Kevin is a Saint. He should have the Saints.
Oh, I don't know about that.
Ravens and Saints for Kevin, and Daniel from MIT up next.
Good for you, Bob. All you guys, man.
It's because he's levitating. He probably weighs nothing. He levitates.
It's much easier to keep a lighter frame levitating, I would suspect. Yeah. You know.
Oh, I know, Chuck, man. I think a lot of people struggle with that. Eating sugar.
Sugar, butter, cheese. Jaguars.
Ugg. Jaguars and a pair of Ugg boots going to Daniel. George's favorite boots, by the way. Tim POR with the Colts next up. You do have Uggs on?
Slippers.
Oh, I was kidding.
No, they're Ugg slippers.
Oh, my God.
And they're great.
I'm not sitting next to a man. You actually have them. I was kidding. You actually have Uggs on.
My daughter bought me Ugg slippers. This is the second pair. I wore the other pair out. They're
this
great
is not
slippers.
fake. This is real.
What is wrong with you?
Nothing's wrong with me.
Well, that's okay. You're 6'4". I bet. I mean, I suspect the average weight for 6'4" is probably a little less than that, but I recommend it, whatever it is. Does the 10p up?
Mike, it depends on what sport you like, man. We got Bowman Chrome on sale right now. It's pretty good value. We're always adding new stuff, man.
Bears, says Tim P.
All right, Tim with the Colts and the Bears. Oh, my. The Washington football group of people are held by Neil, and Neil will also select. Yeah.
You know what? My daughter bought these for me.
I think she bought them for herself. Those weren't yours.
These are men's slippers.
I don't think so.
Tom, I didn't know this, but Chuck McD says, he said if Tom can wear them, I can wear them too. Seahawks for Neil.
All right, Neil with the Sea Chickens and the Washington football team. All
So,
right.
Why don't you go stand there to Tom and tell him he's not a man?
By the way, someone in our fantasy league in Gridiron, you know this. I don't know if you looked. Someone renamed their team Fantasy Football Team. It's awesome.
That's great.
It's awesome.
That's great.
All right, Matt, next up. Awesome. Why didn't I think of that?
Matt Dan.
Fantasy Football Team. Yeah, John Rob's guy, Trubisky, still looking horrible, but he's winning games.
Boy, he looks like he has no confidence whatsoever.
He looks like he's confused when they zoom in on him. After they score a touchdown, he looks like he's trying to add 2 + 6. Can't figure it out.
I think he's trying to look over his shoulder and watch out for somebody that's going to come knock him off or something. Can you random them?
No, we can't do that, Matt. You can. You can go to random.org real quick. We'll go off our list. I can tell you the next team on our list. On the no-show list, it's the Browns. That would be the team if you didn't make your pick. But that's all I can tell you.
Sim says, George, you do you. Well, I usually do. That's one thing I do.
That's gross.
He wears a kilt every Friday to teach at school. Nice.
Where am I? All right, time is up, Matt Dan. Time is up.
Really? This is what we're doing? I'm showing a few seconds on the screen.
Last call, Matt, or we will go to the list. Last call, or we'll go to the list. Just to be fair to everybody else.
He took the Browns.
All right, Cleveland. That was the team on the list anyway. Tampa Bay and Cleveland. Kevin, next up.
Hey, and Gary, it's really no harm right there, but try to refrain from naming teams.
Yeah, Gary, don't affect the draft. Don't affect what these guys are taking. It may hurt someone else that wanted that team. So we try not to affect the draft in any way. Big pass to bicep guy.
Maybe it's coming up right now. It probably is. Watch.
Well, yeah. How'd you figure that out?
Whoa, look at there. Big pass to DK guy. Wow.
Whoa, buddy.
That was
all right, the Texans are selected. Houston off the board. Green Bay and Houston for Kevin. Next up, Chad on the clock.
What does that mean, Mike? Have you guys ever had a meetup, or is that group not big enough?
We've met customers. I met some people at the National Convention in Chicago. I met a few customers. We'll see you guys there hopefully next year in Chicago.
We've got about 900 people in the trading post.
I think the meetup would be too big if everybody showed up, but we'd love to meet you guys.
Yeah. That's right. Panthers.
All right, Carolina and the Chargers for Chad. All cards ship in this break, guys, as well. All cards. All right, Chiefs for Michael K. And you're up.
Yeah, hopefully everything is cool next year and we can go to the National and meet some of you guys. That would be great.
We met Crispy at the Tops Conference. We usually go to a Tops Conference in the Phoenix area every year. We met somebody there.
Michael K says Titans.
Tennessee. And Kansas City for Michael K. Chuck from McDonald's will decide the remainder of this draft. And then we'll take a 5-minute break and we'll get started on Mosaic. Be a few minutes late for Leaf probably, guys. These fantasy drafts take a little longer. Chuck said yuck. That's what happens at the end of the board. But you never know, man. You might get something big. You never know. Right now, we just ship personal boxes mainly. We used to open them, and you could choose on our website, open or ship sealed. Since the whole COVID thing, we've been trying not to stay here at the office that late. We would be here till like 1 in the morning sometimes doing personals. When everything gets back and settled, we're probably going to start doing that a lot more. We will do that again. Chuck taking the Jets. The Falcons going to Brad along with the Bengals. Guys, we're going to put 5 minutes on the screen. We'll be right back to open the cards. So check out our next video. Mosaic Football up next.